discipline is like, we talk about this and it's so hard, and I'm putting that pressure on myself as well.
Bro, that's why it's hard to be simple, dog. It's easy to be different. Yeah, I mean, the more you can lock in and take away the distractions, bro, that's gonna let you know how much you love what you're doing, how much you want to be successful, how much success you will have.
I keep God as my first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really do too much worrying. You know what I mean? I'm starting to pray more. I'm starting to do more as far as working on my craft. Like I said, I'm getting more personally disciplined with myself. You know what I mean? And I encourage everybody to get on that journey. I think that it's self-fulfilling.
With people in general, if we don't see it, it's hard for us to believe.
Yeah, but like I gotta shy away from all those distractions as well. You know what I mean? Like on purpose. Because you always gotta think about what else I can be doing to be bigger than whatever I think I could be. Yes, sir. What it do, man? You know what it is. It's your boy First Klass In Session podcast. I got my brother with me.
Yo, we'll go down, man. It's J Hill back again with the 1-2. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. Of course, we missing my favorite piece. Oh, sorry, J Hill.
It's cool.
Ms. Nate. You know what I mean? Of course, she had things she had going on. Shout out to Misfits and the Baby. Shout out to Fine Ass Nikki. That's the YouTube series that we're shooting right now.
They ain't want to put me on there, but it's cool.
I know, man. I offered, definitely. You know what I mean? I want everybody that could and think they can be a part of it to come be a part of it, because I think that brings a familiarity about everybody. Like, you doing the same, like me, I'm playing a gym trainer, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I ain't gonna give out too much, but it's easy to do that for me, you know what I mean? So, but again, shout out to them and what they got going on. Nate, take care of your business, you know what it is with us. But Jay Hill, what you got going on, brother?
Same old same, man. We that's 7-on-7 kicking off, man. We got another tournament next weekend, man. So you know, just trying to get these little young bulls in college, man. Trying to teach them how to be men. Trying to teach them just the X's and O's of just the world we live in. You know what I mean? And giving them a better understanding of not just sports, but just real life.
Well, we can definitely speak about the importance of the male figure. That's not the dad. That's the coach. That's in these kids' life, because we kind of do the same things, right? Yeah, so I stepped in that on some like very confident shit, because I knew that's something that I always wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I know the game. Right. And then I do know that some coaches have put me in position to be successful in life due to
sports. Yeah,
sports.
No, for sure. Because people gotta understand, sports is more than just sports. It's like, you know what I mean, the discipline, the be taking constructive criticism. For sure. You know what I mean? Working with people, working with teammates, all that shit. So a lot of it go into it, and a lot of kids just like that structure, like that sense of authority. You know what I mean? And just understanding it ain't about what you want all the time. You know what I mean? It ain't about how you feel at the time. You gotta be able to keep your composure. You gotta be able to just a lot of men shit.
For real. I mean? And again, that's what sports and football, of course, like really brought to me. You know what I mean? Because it's a competitive nature. You don't want to lose at anything. You want to be the best. You know what I mean? You want to go out there and be coachable. And that's the things that I kind of want to get into, because all that stuff leads you to, like, if you start at the right age and you're coachable, you got the talent, you work hard, like, you can change your parents' life. You know what I mean? Sure. You can change your life. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of want to get into that a little bit, because it's bigger than what it seems to be. Like, it's small though. Because if you take the small steps in everything, detail and everything, watch how perfect you can try to be and watch where you can go with it, man. That's why I was trying to say, like, football and sports kind of put me on that path. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
People don't understand it's the little things, bro. You know what I mean?
Everything.
Take crumbles and make a cake. You know what I mean? So when it comes to just life, bro, like, it's the little details, dog. Like, everybody can do the big shit. Right. Everybody can, I can go work out when everybody work out. You know what I'm saying? But are you going to wake up, do your extra shit? Yeah. You're going to make sure you're doing your stretching. You know, it's just little things. And the same thing with life. Like, when you wake up, are you reading that 15 minutes of your little book? Are you writing in your journal? Are you doing what I'm saying? So a lot of those little things that it's simple. But it's so hard for people to do simple shit. Yeah. It's just like, if I tell
that one word, bro.
Yeah, it's simple. Because if I tell somebody, hey man, stare at this dot for 30 minutes, bro. Yeah. You know how hard that'll be?
For real.
Because so many distractions.
So many other things.
You might just look away for half a second, but you looked away. And all I told you to do was just stare at this damn dot.
Right.
But it's so simple, bro. That's why it's hard to be simple, dog. It's easy to be difficult. Because
you know what it is, though? Like,
so much shit.
Really, it's that one word, man. It's discipline.
Yeah, for sure.
Discipline is like, we talk about this, and it's so hard. And I'm putting that pressure on myself as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I took a shot before the podcast, a couple. And I was telling myself, like, all right, let's try to not drink for this amount of time. And But it's so, I ain't gonna say it's hard, but
you
discipline
don't think about it. Sometimes you ain't think like, damn, I took a shot. I ain't think.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you ain't supposed to eat bread. Damn, I just ate this sandwich.
For sure.
Yeah,
like,
so
but it's a simple word, like you say. Discipline is something so hard to do because of, I want to say, everything around you is granting you to go this way.
Distraction.
You know what I mean? But when you're on that personal goal, which I'm trying to be on right now, I kind of feel like I gotta shy away from all those distractions as well. You know what I mean? Like on purpose.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, the more you can lock in and take away the distractions, bro, that's gonna let you know how much you love what you're doing, how much you want to be successful, and how much success you will have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of times, if you don't, with us, with people in general, if we don't see it, it's hard for us to believe.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing to know. Like, I can do all this shit and it not work.
Right.
But that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? So,
journey is a journey, bro.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
And like me and you definitely talk about this. Like, we don't want to take a part away from the journey, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you want to switch things up because, all right, because we want to talk about ambition of a man, right?
Right.
And get to the whole topic of it so I can understand it a little bit more.
So it was basically, the question was, just as men as a whole, are we less ambitious?
Yeah.
And
as far as what?
Just anything, goals, success,
okay,
changing the narrative. Is there ambition? Like, what are we ambitious about? Yeah. Besides women, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want women. Everybody want women.
Yeah.
But even with women,
what's going on?
Even with women, we ain't. A lot of times we ain't ambitious with that. A lot of times people just want to pay for it. I take you on a trip. Like, I don't want to put in that work. Like, so the ambition is just being lost with everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That is crazy to know. And again, man, that's why I like to have these conversations, because there'd be so much stuff. You might be thinking one side on something, but you can hear something like, damn, that's true as hell. Yeah, you know what I mean? And honestly, when you talk about ambition and me and you, it's kind of, this is for a broad audience, because we show our ambition kind of every day. We wake up at early hours, long hours, do stuff that we don't get no return from. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff that shows ambition, and a difference from back then, where I feel like, again, you have kids.
Yeah, not that I know of.
I don't have any kids, so it's another difference there.
It's different.
It's different. So I don't have to do
a lot of shit.
Because I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
But once you got that little one involved, wife involved, there's a lot of stuff you gotta do. You might not want to do.
And I think some of that, it don't even be necessarily ambitious. You got to.
Yeah.
So a lot of, and then when we just go into how it used to be, there's less examples of successful, ambitious men.
Yeah.
That we see, and that we see the ambition. So yes, we can look at the athletes, and we can look at, the drug dealers and all that, because, growing up, how we grew up, that's all we saw. But even with that, we didn't see the ambitious things that they had to do that. But being an athlete, we saw that shit. But we don't, it's a lot of behind the scenes things, and I think more of the behind the scenes things need to be going up front so kids can see what it takes. Because I don't care if you want to be a drug dealer, bro, it's not easy. To be a success, it's not easy. Like, you gotta be ambitious, you gotta put together a team, it's a business plan. Like, there's a lot that go into it, but as a kid, all we see is, okay, this dude, he get out of jail, he get a party, all the girls like him, he get all the money. Shit, I want to do that. Right. And all he do is sell this to him. There's no ambition. They don't see the ambition. Yeah. And a lot of time, I think everything is a get rich quick scheme. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, even with women, like, all right, I'm gonna just fly her out. Fuck it. I ain't gotta. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying?
You dudes are crazy.
And that's just kind of where we at, bro. So like, the ambition is, and when you grow up, the most ambitious men we see quote unquote, that we see it are 9 to 5 struggle. No, nobody really showed them no love. So it's like, why do I want to be that type of ambitious man? That don't give me nothing.
But again, that kind of goes into what I'm saying as far as when you have to do it versus what you want to do. Ambition is what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like everything we ambitious about is because we getting up because we feel like this is what our characters brought us to do. Like that's what my purpose is. And I that's why I said when you goal minded and then again you get to the people. They've done this for a while. They get to the kids get to a certain age, then they back on they because you know what I mean? And I've seen that. You know what I mean? So that's why I said sometimes you just got something other than yourself to think about. And that's why it'll stop that a little bit because you can't say men not ambitious when I know most of the men, fellas I know, their sole purpose is to provide and do things for their family because that's where they're in their lives. You know what I mean? So I know most people don't want to hear the cliche things, but it is what it is, bro. Like you got to really look at it for what you're going to bring to the table as far as your own self. That's why I said discipline. Discipline, you got to have discipline to be ambitious.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? You have to. Because at one point in time, you got to go out there and say you want to be the best personal trainer in Houston. That's ambition.
It's ambition,
But what you got to do, you got to be disciplined to get to that. You know what I mean?
And I think what's a lot of that is the lack of male presence. Because one, it's hard to, and I could be totally wrong with this, but it's hard for a mother to show and teach her son his purpose. Just because every man it's just different. You know, it's if I'm around men, my purpose will align more with them than my mom trying to teach me my purpose because she don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So I think the lack of just that male structure, that male presence. A lot of niggas don't know what they want to do, so they can't have the ambition because they don't even know what they want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas out here lost, trying to just figure it out, trying to just go through the motions.
That's where we lie, bro.
That's where we at.
That's where we at.
And now we tell everybody, just get money, you get what you want to do. Social media, let's see Insta famous. So everybody try to get Insta famous. Fuck it. They ain't no, you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, even Insta famous people, they got to be ambitious. But a lot of people don't see behind the scenes shit. They don't see the edits and you gotta get the cap cut and you gotta get this and they don't see that. They just see that viral clip. So now everybody just wanna go viral. They don't understand what it means to be ambitious. You know what I'm saying? So it go a long way, bro.
Yeah, so with everything being said, I kinda look at it like, all right, if you wanna be successful, you don't necessarily have to go out and have the best ambition. You know what I mean? Because you can be successful in your own lane, in your own mind, in your own right. In your family, whatever your family think you're doing good, you're successful. It's all about what you think is success is.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, I think that more people are, like back in the day, you didn't have as many bold entrepreneurs willing to step out on faith. You know what I mean? So I think it kind of shows more of our generation because of course, you got to deal with the times and how stuff transpired and everything like that. But in the day, we all kind of looking for success, like in our own right. So I look at it like when I come up and I pull up at CC Network and I think that what Jazz is doing is dope, it's success in her own mind. I can think it's dope, but if she's still thinking that, all right, I got to do this, I got to do that, that's ambition. You know what I'm saying? Because you always got to think about what else I can be doing to be bigger than whatever I think I could be. And that's why I said I use this platform to, of course, reach out to the younger audience, reach out to people that may have know me, that don't really know me, you know what I'm saying, and get that mindset to change as far as, like, because I ain't gonna say there's less ambitious people, it's just more people that's content with what their situation is.
I think even talking about back in the day, everybody was just 9 to 5, go to work, take care of your family.
That's what you had to do.
You know what I'm saying? And I think now
stay out the way.
I don't do that shit, like, because you get the old heads trying to tell the young heads, success is taking care of your family, being a provider, whether you working at the dumpster, the garbage man, whatever. Now it's like that, nigga, that ain't success to me, bro. Like,
can't do it.
I don't care about that. Like, I want the finer things in life. You can't fault me for that. You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't gonna just get a job, just say I got a job, provide for my family. That ain't success to me. You know what I'm saying? And so everything is different because even with women, some women feel like if they have a great paying job, they successful. But other women feel like if I don't have no family, I'm not successful.
Yeah, it's so again.
It go by what you think. You know what I mean? And that's subjective. But another problem is with social media in the world will say this is success, but it's like, damn, what if I don't want that?
Right.
Now you're gonna tell me I ain't successful. And then, like I said, dealing with if you want to get into marriage and this and that, you gotta find a woman that's y'all success level is the same. Because most of the time, most people don't go with social media, and you gotta be able to do this.
And that's it, and that changes everything.
Changes the game. So it's a lot that we gotta deal. I think it's a lot that we gotta deal with. It's a lot we see. It's a lot that it's like, damn. Before social media, all we knew was our area.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh shit, this motherfucker across the country going through the same type of shit. Okay, well, damn, well.
That's true.
If he do it, I want to do it too. He gave me another idea.
He can do it
too. You know what I mean? And so now it's just a different. You just get more, and sometimes that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes less is more.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because now it's like, shit, I don't know what I want to do. At first I only had 5 options. Now I got 5,000. Now I don't know what the fuck. Because they all, half of them good, half of them bad, half of them okay. So now I got to choose. Damn, I got so many options. Now I'm lost.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers out here lost. Now I don't know. Because a lot of, you got to understand, most people are followers anyways.
Right.
So it's like, everybody following what's the trend. So now there's so many more trends. So everybody just out here, bro, trying to figure this shit out.
And that's why I think that's where I defer a little bit for everybody. Because it's kind of hard for me to be a follower. Like, I don't even want to do everything everybody doing. Like,
sometimes I purposely don't do
it. Yeah, you like that for sure.
Yeah.
You're definitely like that. Shit show. But because I ain't going to go against the grain on purpose.
I will.
See, I know. That's why I said that. I ain't going against the grain on purpose. If I agree, I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I ain't going to just make it look like I don't agree because to go against the grain. But what I'm saying is, when you got a sole purpose and stuff, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's the thing. I was blessed to where even when I was playing sports, it was never man, I'm meant to play football. If I can't play football, I don't know what I'm. I was never like that. Yeah. I always I'm a coach. But a lot of people, they don't know. They have no other. Now
they ain't thinking that far ahead.
Right. Now, if I didn't go to college for football, I don't know. Shit, what I got to do. But, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I already knew what I wanted to do. So, but a lot of people, they not like that. And it sometimes is because I ain't going to say it was necessarily my pops. I think I was just like that.
Yeah.
Some people.
But I'm saying, though, just to speak on what you're saying, you went from that mindset of, I don't know if I went to college, I'd be like that. But you went to the NFL. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you went from, I don't know if I would have went to college, but you did that, went to college, and all that stuff was stepping stones to make you get to the highest level. So that's why I say, like, man, sometimes you blessed off with the opportunities you get in your surroundings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
these surroundings, and I love speaking on real shit. Like, I love it. Like, me and Jazz shot a podcast before this building was, she even thought about doing this. Yeah. But look where we are now, 7 seasons in, and she really doing it for real.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like, and again, she's, I'm hoping that she gets as much success and more people around her as possible. Because why? It helps me.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? It help you. And this shit real. Like, so I see how the world move around, like, and the times are changing, right? So you gotta get to the point to where I feel like I gotta perfect the whole, like, the behind the scenes part, in front of the camera part, for me to be successful now. Because I've seen other people do it. You know what I mean? You gotta have it. You gotta step your shit up in every lane. You can't go with I'm doing this, I'm going with the Joneses type. You gotta go above and beyond in everything to be successful. Just like Bron, been in the league all these years, but every year you done heard them talk about what he do to take care of his body. to do this, to be able to go out and do this for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the guys like, because we was going to get into it, because we always, people want to talk about the Kendrick and Drake shit. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of chime in on it because I have my own 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? But you look at how long Drake been on top. And people kind of look at that as on some, I envy that. No, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Which is crazy to me when y'all all rich. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but then the day, again, bro.
But that's when we all rich, but he got a little more popularity. Yeah. He got a little more girls.
Crazy
so he
work,
got,
bro.
People
crazy
just
work, bro.
People just envy.
Like to me, I'll be honest with you, I look at celebrities like that's just a big, more, them the popular kids at the high school.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they just excelled at what they was good at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You
know what I mean? And they just get a little more light. You might have excelled in, I don't know, building shit, but this lifestyle just gets more light.
Right.
So they ain't better than you. You know what I mean? That's what people don't understand. Like
people look at it like I stand on side of these guys all the time, and they regular people, bro.
And I think what really made me understand that is when, even in college, was like kids start looking at me as a celebrity. A celebrity athlete. And I'm like, bro, I'm a regular dude, bro. Like I do the same. I'm chilling. Like I'm just good at what I do. Right. And I'm like, and when I talk to kids, I'm like, bro, it's the same thing, bro. Just be good at what you do. Right. Just be exceptional at whatever you good at. Just be exceptional.
And be a good person.
And be a good person. And you really gonna be able to get whatever you want. I don't care if it's painting, I don't care if it's digging holes. If you exceptional at the shit, you gonna get paid for it. For sure. Now you might not get the popularity and the people put you on this status on this little pedestal. Yeah. Might not get that, but the money can flow. You know,
attention is the drug right now.
Oh, for sure. Bro, that's the heroin.
Attention is the drug. Like it's a drug you can't get off of.
Man, this shit crack.
And I say that because you can get to the point to where you can be just on like these podcasters. Like, cause we gonna get into the Kendrick shit. Yeah. But I wanna, like podcasting, like I get on here to have conversations that I feel like may be needed and or, you know what I mean?
Just need to be out there, really shit.
But I ain't on here trying to make sure I piss you off.
Yeah, they go viral.
So you can piss me off and we be on here arguing, you know what I mean? And not trying to really give off no game. We're just trying to be popular.
And I mean, and with social media, bro, unfortunately, the fake is where it's at. Faking it, saying some crazy shit to go viral that you don't mean.
You don't even care. Really mean that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen somebody say that. He said, man, I said some wild shit just to go viral. And if you really watch the clip, I said nothing about that during the whole, but he just had to get people to watch. Yeah. Because now that's what it's
at. I get that.
I just can't do it.
I can't fake the funk.
It's going to be a time where the real come back. You know, everybody want to be real, but right now that's why niggas faking like they own jets and faking like they own boats, and because that's what people want. Everybody's life is so fucked up that they want to imagine this imaginary life.
Social media.
And so now it's man, my shit's so bad. Damn, this nigga be on jets. I wish I was him. So that's what they just gravitate to because everything's so fucked up right now, bro.
But do you think that you got some of these people that stay on social media because that's the way they think?
As far as like the people,
they may be like, man, I think this is a fake word.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I'll be honest with you, I'll be like, damn, why you don't be on Instagram?
Yeah, I mean,
and I know Facebook.
And that's how you know we fucked up because if somebody say they don't got Instagram, we look at them crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? What you hide?
That is crazy.
Nigga, if you just scroll on that, dog, that shit is killing your brain cells, especially if you look at the wrong shit. Yeah. You looking at ass all day, that's all you see. That shit is fucking up your mind, bro.
For sure.
But
hold on.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So it's like, now I will say this. It is based on what you look at and what you follow. So you control what the fuck your algorithm
is. That shit is so. And man, I hate that.
When I see us, because it's the only ones I see, I gotta get off social media as a distraction. Nigga, you distracting yourself.
Yeah, I ain't gotta get off social media. I hate that.
Yeah, you taking the proper.
And then you telling us you get out.
Like, I don't just get off, nigga.
Just get off.
That's attention.
Yeah. Attention is a drug.
You know what I mean? And so.
That's like recording yourself crying. That's the craziest thing ever.
Like
you said, you recording yourself crying.
Because for one, you had to set it up. For two, you had to go back and look at it.
Push the button.
You know what I mean? You had to make sure it was
posted. Hey, we gotta stop that type of stuff, man.
Just get attention, motherfucker, bro.
But I said all that to say because, like I said, we was talking about podcasts and stuff. Like I love what everybody's doing. I'm not against nobody starting a podcast, anything like that. But you get so many people like, man, I seen the clip. It was like, start therapy, not a podcast. It's like some people gotta. You talk your way out of. You don't have to automatic. Because I ain't gonna say you don't have to go to therapy because I think at some point in time you need to lash out a little.
My thing about this therapy shit.
Yeah.
Everybody throw it out there so.
Like they went to like they went to therapy.
Go to, first of all, nigga, you gotta find the right therapist first off.
You can't just go to anybody.
Two, nigga, that shit ain't free. You know what I'm saying? But everybody talking
about that's true.
You know, go to therapy. Three, it's like some people it ain't about therapy, bro. Like you don't necessarily need somebody you don't know to talk to. You just have a great circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why I said we can come here and shoot the shit and talk about anything.
Right. You know what I mean? Like if I feel like I can come to you and be like, man, sure, I gotta really chop it up with you, bro, about X, Y, and Z. That's the same thing as therapy. Now, they might have technical medical terms and say some shit. I don't need that shit, nigga. I don't need you to tell me the medical term. Nigga, what the fuck wrong?
Yeah.
I don't understand what the medical term is.
Yeah, now awesome. Don't tell me what you're telling everybody else. My situation might be a little different.
Right.
And
right.
I think the people that's closest to you can have those conversations with you more than anything. Because they know what you're going through more than anything.
Facts.
You ain't got to put them on game. They kind of feel you already. And that's why I say, like, therapy is cool. I've never done it. I think if you're in a relationship with somebody that you want it to last, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think the real conversations are with people that really know you.
And that's not biased. Like, my sister-in-law, she ain't gonna tell me when I'm wrong. She ain't gonna bullshit me. She nah, nigga, you tripping.
Yeah.
Like, she ain't gonna try to see my perspective and agree with me. And
she coming from the women's side.
She coming from just the real side.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm down who side, men and women. It's the real side, and I think that's you gotta find people.
You gotta have people in your circle.
And but a lot of people don't want to be told shit.
They're like, yes, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when somebody do tell them some shit, they try to figure out why it's not that. Instead of like, damn, okay, yeah, you're probably right. And so with that therapy shit, I think, like I said, if it works, cool. But I don't think that's just the way. Don't go to therapy. I think it's a trend right now.
Yeah.
You know, go to therapy.
Somebody else said it. Now everybody said it.
Go to therapy. Bro.
I'll be honest with you, like, I've definitely heard it a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know many people that have. I do know people that have.
And I've heard good things about it.
Me too.
I heard some bullshit things about it.
I ain't get to that.
I mean, see, this is the thing. When I say bullshit, not necessarily negative. It's more so all I did was just talk.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nigga,
the whole thing about getting paid by the session, and I got to go in there and tell y'all all the shit that I'm just, like, terrible about. It's crazy.
And then you, it's a lot, bro, because then you get into the point to where it's like, okay, the only thing you're going to do is everything I tell you, you're just going to tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And tell me, because this is my thing. I can say
if I was right all the time, I wouldn't be in here.
And right. And I look at it like this, too. Like, if you tell me something, and if I be like, okay, what would this look like if I didn't have trauma? So you tell me, oh, I like to make people laugh because I got trauma. Okay, cool. Well, what does it look like for me not to have trauma and just like to make people laugh? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything I like to do, you trying to bring it from trauma. You trying to make it, well, you do this because of why can't I just be like this? Because everybody not the same. But if you start telling me your differences, it's because, well, you like this because of this. Well, why you can't be like that?
Yeah.
And so, you know,
I think I'd be a good counselor and therapist.
I mean, I'm gonna spit some shit. I'm gonna tell some people the real for shit.
Yeah, because I think that's the only thing that you get. You just might not have the insight to kind of gradually be able to connect with everybody. That's my only problem. Because I ain't gonna sympathize with bullshit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna sympathize.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said some of that shit kind of is needed because a lot of people come and bring a lot of bullshit to situations and want to put bullshit on people. And sometimes you need to know that's what you bring to the table, man.
Full of shit.
Yeah, you full of shit. So somebody got to tell you, and they might put you on another path. But again, I want to kind of get into the cake diet and Drake stuff because it's been a while since we got to get on camera, and I know it's a broad subject and people want to talk about it. And
shit. So here goes all the shit we've been talking about.
Yeah, no, it do. It definitely does. And I look at the situation like, because again, this is my perspective. You can come for me. You're gonna be wrong though. So look, so I look at it like this. Kendrick Lamar was Kendrick Lamar in California. Drake was Drake already, and he chose to bring this guy on his platform.
Drake brought
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Put him on an album, took him on tour, and now we here. How do you think we got here? Let's just like you get to the point to where your biggest song is dissing somebody that put you on.
Attention, your money, and sales.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because you got video of you saying how good of a person Drake is.
Right.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
tough.
And so
you on video saying this.
You on video saying it. And so either you was fake then or you fake now, or it could be a situation where you thought this and now you start hearing more truths about this person.
Yeah.
But even then, my thing is a lot
your
of your
relationship with that person should be. If Drake ain't personally do anything to you,
that's
which we don't know.
Right, but even if you a real nigga, I'm gonna handle it
differently.
I ain't gonna. But again, I'm not in that situation, and you know it can bring money. Money rules the world.
For sure.
So you know what?
I look at it like this. I just look at it like I ain't gonna never get to the point to where, like, say me and Jasmine fall out. I ain't gonna be ever looking to get some cool points by talking about Jasmine. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it'll be putting more shine on the other person to me. Like I ain't finna be it ain't never been cool for us to walk in the room and talk down on another dude to make ourselves look cool. You know what I mean? That's weak to us. We ain't gonna, real niggas ain't going for that. So to me, you gotta look. Kendrick Lamar when did the Super Bowl, he got all these hits. But the only hit he did was, he did Humble. And then he did They Not Like Us. But what the rest of them? Loyalty. But you know what I'm saying? Why you didn't do those? But of course, it's because your biggest.
And everybody was gonna watch it to see if he did that.
Right.
Money, attention.
Yeah.
Fame.
How did you feel about it?
The show itself?
Yeah, the Super Bowl performance.
I mean, it was just cool. I mean, it wasn't like it's terrible. I mean, it was.
I'm just saying, because you know, after everybody was like, y'all didn't get it. He was showing you signs.
People always do that dumbass shit. They said that shit about Rihanna. They said that shit. They always go, man. I seen this one. They put so much shit together. I'm like, bro, I don't even care that much.
Right, bro. We're watching a football game.
He was kneeling down like XXX kneels down his freestyle, and then he was saying,
"Hey, bro,
tic-tac-toe."
I see academics say this, and I really don't necessarily agree with a guy like academics a lot. Yeah, I don't. But at the end of the day, he was like, man, I'm watching this. This ain't no puzzle. I don't want to have to try to figure this shit out.
Right, it shouldn't be that deep, bro.
It shouldn't be that deep.
Right.
I'm glad he did it. I'm glad he's the person that he is. But you can't ever look at it like me. I don't think that, because I think that they look at it like K. Dot. That's why he got 20 Grammys. They look at it like he's the guy that's talking for the black culture.
Yeah.
But you got people that's also saying, all right, he's trying to rap like he's trying to free the slaves, like Drake said. But when you get on your biggest platform, that's what you bring to the table. Yeah. Me, I applaud you for talking big on my people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's going to move the culture forward. But I look at everybody that's done that in the music light, and I'm like, what have you really done? Like, what have you really done? You know what I'm saying? So if the work's put in, and I don't know, I applaud it. Yeah. But I look at it like what I've seen both of them do, right? Yeah. We've seen one really do it for real. Yeah. Like if Drake do it for real, and he'll show you he do it. And I ain't even for the person that walk up on the homeless man and film him, give him food or anything like that. But this is stuff that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's bigger than that. When you, like 2 days ago, it's a 20-week-old chick in this Drake concert. She got a sign like, I'm 20 weeks old. He look at him like, you 20 weeks old? You at my concert? You right here? He was like, man, give her a VIP ticket.
Yeah.
And $30,000.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I look at that type of stuff, and that's not the first time he done anything like that. Sure. He do it all the time. Sure. So I look at what the work's been put in, and if you want to talk about moving the culture forward, move it forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I should know you moving it forward. I don't know if you moving it forward or not.
How you feel about, even though because we talking about Drake putting people on, how you feel when Sauce Walker said Drake don't put on Houston rappers but claim Houston? You remember what he said that a while ago?
Yeah, I remember that. It's kind of hard for him to it's kind of hard for me to look at that and be like, all right.
Or he said, what he say? He don't do music.
He don't do music with Houston rappers.
Yeah.
But it's like, what everybody he's ever did music with, I feel like he put them on. Like, he ain't this, but it be people from like,
Atlanta and shit.
Yeah. Houston rappers don't even work together. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that. So you gotta look, or Houston is a different type of
just music,
hip hop for the world, bro. Like that's why our rappers can go walk around the club with us and do all that stuff. You ain't gonna be able to go to. I mean, you probably could go to Toronto and see Drake walking around the club or something like that, but it's not gonna be the same. Yeah. You know what I mean? These like our big homies for real, and then the guys that's coming up, they like our brothers or our cousins or something. Like
I don't know. I guess he trying to say like, shit, come put one of us on that's underground rapper. But I mean, I was like,
you got the platform to do it. I definitely think that he should have done it.
Yeah.
Because he came through here to get to where he is.
He ain't got no record with no song with Slim, huh? We got songs?
Nah. He said something about Slim in the song though. And Slim, of course, replayed it like Rick. No, he made a song. He's like Slim Thug, but I like you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but what I'm getting into is like really when you got guys that's you get to a success level, man, I ain't worried about no other person, one. Right. Especially not no other guy. Especially if we're in the same lane. I don't even want to show you that I care that much about you. After the world done showed me that, all right, you better than me. Right. I ain't gonna diss you to look cool.
To kind of get back on.
You know what I'm saying? And they not like us. Great record. I'm not trying to talk down on Kendrick at all. I'm just talking about my perspective on the realness of what I see. You know what I mean?
I think it was definitely just for the clout, for the numbers, for the money, for the attention, for the.
But it's like what you fall out for. Cause you know that you got the Control verse when he came out, he was dissing everybody, which was kind of they say, oh, that was a friendly diss.
Right.
They were like that. Right. But at the end of the day, bro, what made you add me into this diss when I'm the bridge and you can talk to these people? The reason why you ain't here talking to Big Sean on this song with Big Sean is because of me.
Usually it had to be somebody ain't do what they want, what you wanted them to do. Yeah. You asked him to do something else he didn't want to do. He told you no, and now you exposing him. That's usually how this shit go. Yeah. So as you say no, all right.
It's either that or over a female, but we know
one
that
of
wasn't the case.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Hey, Drake probably did hit his wife or something.
Bro, I get tired of hearing that people saying that, bro. Man, they don't like him because he be hitting everybody gas.
Now that's the gay shit up. That's the gay shit.
Hey, if y'all don't stop saying it, hey, bro, that ain't our fault.
That ain't his fault.
That ain't his fault.
Never check the nigga, man.
Check the
off the real.
For real, son. Bro, I don't want to hear that. Man, Drake a whole ass nigga, he be hitting all that gas. Bro, if y'all don't stop saying that lame shit.
Bro, nigga told me that I played when I went to Arizona. The star receiver at that time.
Yeah.
They said, man, this nigga hit everybody wife. I said, damn. I said, well, he was that nigga.
That's tough,
can't be mad, bro. Like, I tell people all the time, bro.
You gotta ask for a trade.
But I tell people all the time, bro, if you can hit my gas, two things happen. Either you doing something I can't do or won't do.
Yeah.
Either way. You got it, big dog. Like,
for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What you want me to do?
Yeah, it's no way.
I ain't finna squabble with you.
Nah, for sure.
Now, if you just in my face shaking my hand down, you just a different.
Don't disrespect me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if you hit my chick and you keep your distance.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I can't do nothing for you. Shit.
Nah, for real.
Good job, sir. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, but
nah, that's crazy though, man. But again, it's a crazy world as we keep growing, as we keep going. You know what I mean? You wanna see everything. The world is evolving, and it's crazy to see.
Change with the times to get left behind.
Yeah, you gotta change with the times, man. And again, I don't want to be stuck in the past. I don't want to be too focused on the future. I got to make sure right now is where we at. You know what I mean? So as far as the whole Donald Trump thing and everything going on, I keep God as my first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really do too much worry. You know what I mean? I'm starting to pray more. I'm starting to do more as far as working on my craft. Like I said, I'm getting more personally disciplined with myself. You know what I mean? And I encourage everybody to get on that journey. I think that it's self-fulfilling for me to know that I can do all these things. I slipped up today, but it's because I want to give y'all, you know what I'm saying, a little content.
Yeah.
But we're gonna stay focused. We're gonna stay focused on these goals. 2025, we're gonna make sure everybody is still ambitious as they want to be. Because I think I ain't lost my ambition. You know what I mean? If anything, you know, due to some unseen circumstances, my ambition is up a little bit. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think everybody need to keep going. Like we always say, more success to everybody. Jay, here, you got anything for them?
Nah, man, just don't lose today, focusing on tomorrow, man.
Sure.
Tomorrow's not promised. Like I said, find that fire. Whatever it is, find that fire and control it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, shit, hey, 2025, man, make it happen.
Yes, sir. You know what it is, your boy First Class, my brother Jay Hill. Nate.
Hey.
Y'all rock with us,
See y'all
man.
next time.
Klass In Session, baby. We out.